councillors, ladies and gentlemen, the standing for the Western Mayor, Councillor Sue Little, accompanied by the Chief Executive, Matt Whitton.
Please be seated. Welcome everybody to All Council on the 25th of June. Any apologies for absence?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We've received apologies from Councillors Dodds, Smith and Wiley. Are there any further apologies from the floor? Oh, thank you.
To receive declaration of interest from members? To deal with any business required by statute to done before any other business? Nothing. To approve the minutes of the last meeting of Council held on the 19th of March 2026. Sorry. Councillor Scalabro.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. It was just in relation to item 4, Madam Mayor, that you were just asking about the minutes. Can I just raise something in relation to the minutes of the annual council held on the 21st of May? There was discussion at that meeting regarding the refugee champion, and I think it could be referred to Constitution. But there's nothing in the minutes about that discussion, and we feel that there should be something in the minutes if it was discussed, and that, I think, is what council agreed with that.
We can make a note in these minutes, and there is a Constitution Committee next week that we can add that on to. Can we take those minutes as approved?
Yes.
To answer any questions from the members of council on number 6. To deal with any business required by statute to be done? Nothing. To receive any announcements from the chair or the head of paid services? I'd like to invite everybody back to the parlour afterwards for a little drink and a slice of Mossam's wedding cake that my mum made. I'm collecting, obviously, I would like a donation for the ticket of your choice to go towards my baby bank and Beach Access North East wheelchairs. And I've bought the drink as well, so don't worry about the other thing. Item 8, to dispose of any business, if any, remaining from the last meeting. And receive reports from the committee, there's none of that. 9,
So item 9, we should
right, so
yeah, so we're on to item 9 now, and the first is a report from the Neighbourhood Services Committee regarding the residential design code supplementary planning document. That's from Councillor Napper.
Chair, members of council, I'm pleased to present this report seeking the adoption of the Residential Design Code Supplementary Planning Document, or SPD, as referred to in the future. This document represents over 2 years of work and engagement, and I'm therefore delighted to recommend its adoption this evening. Obviously, it bears 2 years worth of work from people who were on the list previously, and to acknowledge that in advance of this speech. In 2024, Hartlepool Borough Council successfully secured £120,000 of funding from the Ministry of Housing, Communities and Local Government through the Design Code Pathfinder Fund. This funding enabled us to develop a bespoke design code for Hartlepool that reflects the unique character, identity and aspirations of our borough. The purpose of the SPD is straightforward. It establishes a clear set of design requirements and guidance for new residential development. Once adopted, it will become a material planning consideration, providing greater certainty for developers, planning officers, elected members and importantly our residents. The document is designed to ensure that future housing developments are not simply built but idle well. It sets clear expectations from the earliest stages of site assessment through to the detailed design of homes, streets and public spaces. By following the codes and guidance contained within the SPD, developers will be able to create high-quality neighbourhoods that respect local character, enhance existing communities and improve the quality of life for residents. Members will be aware that good design is about far more than appearances. Well-designed places promote healthy lifestyles, support community safety, improve environmental sustainability and help create neighbourhoods where people want to live and invest. The SPD therefore directly supports our council plan priorities of creating a borough where people can live healthier, safer and more independent lives, and one that's connected, sustainable, clean and green. A significant strength of this document is that it has been developed specifically for Hartlepool. It recognises that different parts of the borough have different characteristics and therefore require different approaches. Rather than adopting a one-size-fits-all solution, the SPD provides locally tailored guidance that responds to the distinct identities around towns, villages and neighbourhoods. The development of the SPD has been thorough and evidence-led. Since work commenced in April 2024, officers have undertaken extensive research, site visits, stakeholder engagements and consultations. An initial consultation took place in autumn 2024 with events held across the borough and discussions with the parish councils and other stakeholders. Feedback from that engagement informed the vision, aims and draft design plans. A second April consultation on draft SPD was undertaken earlier this year, and the comments received have been carefully considered and incorporated into the final document presented to Council tonight. The benefits of adopting the SPD are substantial. It will provide clarity and transparency regarding the Council's expectations for residential development. It will help improve the quality of planning submissions and support a more efficient planning process for those schemes that align with the code. Ultimately, it will help ensure that future growth within Hartlepool delivers high-quality places that residents can be proud of. There are no direct financial implications associated with adoption of the document, and officers have concluded that it will not have a negative impact on protected characteristics. Indeed, by helping to create better and more inclusive environments, it has the potential to deliver positive outcomes for many groups and more communities. The SPD will also contribute to our wider environmental and sustainability objectives by promoting good quality development that takes account of future environmental challenges. Finally, members should note the timing of this report under the Town and Country Planning Local Planning Regulations 2026. No new SPDs can be adopted after the 30th of June this year, 2026. Adoption at this meeting, therefore, ensures that Hartlepool secures this important piece of planning guidance and can continue to benefit from an up-to-date design framework for future residential development. In conclusion, the Residential Design Code, SPD, provides a clear, robust and locally distinctive framework that will help shape better residential development across the borough for years to come. It reflects extensive engagement, supports our strategic priorities, and gives greater certainty to all those involved in the planning process. I therefore commend the report to Council and recommend that members approve the adoption of the Residential Design Code supplementary planning document. Thank you.
Do we have a second of the?
Yes.
Councillor Oliver, sorry.
Thank you.
Right, I didn't, you were seconded for the, right, Councillor Young.
Councillor, did you want to say anything or?
Yes.
I'll be quick.
If I may, can I thank you, Councillor Mapper, for recognising the work that I've definitely went into this over the years, both by myself and officers. So I think this policy will actually serve us well in planning, particularly. So yeah, I'm really pleased to hear that that's been endorsed. Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Young.
Yeah, thank you. Council Hall has done a fantastic job as former chair to get this to where it is. We've had a long look at the detail and I think it's something that I remember you being passionate about in planning and will continue to be passionate in planning about, so it's a good thing. What I would ask though is that it's not a document that just stands still, that as we see things, as I'm sure everybody in the chamber will do, we bring these points forward, we keep it under constant review to make sure that it's relevant in line with material condition that it will be, and in line with planning policy. Thank you.
Yes, Councillor Oliver.
Absolutely, and I think that it needs to align with heritage and conservation. It certainly needs to be part of the development of the new local plan, which I hope will be developed for 2029. But yes, absolutely agree. This needs to be a living document. Absolutely.
Should we go to the vote? Are we going to have the recorded vote?
If members are happy to go with a show of hands, then would you?
Yes, Councillor Thompson.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Can I put forward that every vote we take is a recorded vote, because we're all very keen on the idea of transparency in this chamber, and we need our residents to know who's voted for what issue. So I would like to ask that all votes going forward in all committees are recorded votes.
If I could just come in, the Constitution does say that votes act for the council should be recorded votes unless there's an agreement to do by show of hands anyway. And those rules do apply to all committees. But it's often that members agree just to go with a show of hands. So I don't think we need to change anything that's already put in the Constitution. No? We'll go to a recorded vote then. So we're voting for the recommendations set out in the report. Councillor Anderson?
Yes. For.
Councillor Burnfleet?
For.
Councillor Buglas?
Anderson. My apologies.
Councillor Bruce? Councillor Clayton?
For.
Councillor Cook? Councillor Cowie? Councillor Darby?
For.
Councillor Doyle?
For.
Councillor Dunbar?
For.
Councillor Feely?
For.
Councillor Gacy?
For.
Councillor Gaines?
For.
Councillor Hall?
For.
Councillor Harrison? G. Harrison, sorry.
For.
Councillor B. Harrison, sorry, you've got you. Councillor Holbrook?
For.
Councillor Hughes?
For.
Councillor Georgeson?
For.
Councillor Lindridge?
For.
Councillor Little? Councillor Mail? Councillor Napper? Councillor Nelson?
For.
Councillor Oliver? Councillor Reeve?
For.
Councillor Roy?
For.
Councillor Story?
For.
Councillor Stevenson?
For.
Councillor Scarborough?
For.
Councillor Thompson? Councillor Wallace?
For.
Councillor Young?
For.
That's unanimous.
I'll go on to the plan obligations of houses with multiple occupancy. Is that right? Councillor Napper again.
Chair, members of council, once again I'm pleased to present this report, bearing in mind that it's something that's been done with the previous administration. It's to present this report seeking approval to adopt two important supplementary planning documents. The planning documents SPD and the houses in multiple occupation, or HMO SPD. These documents have been recommended for adoption by the Neighbourhoods and Regulatory Services Committee and will provide important guidance to support planning decisions across the borough. The purpose of both documents is to ensure that our planning framework remains up to date, transparent and capable of responding to the challenges and opportunities faced in Valley today. It will provide greater certainty for applicants, officers, residents and members on helping to deliver development and support our council plan priorities. Turning first to planning obligations, SPD, members will be aware that the existing document dates back to 2015. Since then, significant changes have occurred, including rising development costs, changing infrastructure requirements, and evolving expectations around affordable housing. Officers therefore undertook a review to update the guidance, improve clarity, and provide specific information on discount market value affordable homes. The consultation response demonstrated strong public interest in ensuring that new development contribute appropriately towards infrastructure and community needs. Residents highlighted issues including improvements to roads, cycling facilities, sports provision, green space, affordable housing and environmental enhancements. Stakeholders such as Sport England, Anglian Water, Historic England, Trees for Cities and the Woodland Trust also provided constructive comments that helped shape the final document. The updated SPP will strengthen our ability to secure appropriate planning obligations from development proposals and will provide a clear framework for how developer contributions can support local communities. It will also help residents better understand why obligations are requested and how they contribute towards mitigating the impact of the new development. The second document is the HMO-SPD, which is the first guidance of its kind produced by the Council. Members will know that houses in multiple occupation can play an important role in meeting housing needs, particularly for people in lower incomes and those requiring more flexible accommodation options. However, consultation responses also demonstrated strong public concern about the cumulative impact that poorly located or poorly managed HMOs can have on neighbourhoods. During consultation, residents raised issues relating to community balance, parking pressures, noise, litter, antisocial behaviour and the concentration of HMOs in certain areas. There was also broad support for measures to avoid the so-called sandwich effect, where traditional family homes become surrounded by HMOs, potentially affecting neighbourhood character and stability. The SPD seeks to address these concerns by providing clear guidance on how planning applications for HMOs will be assessed. It establishes expectations around location, concentration, amenity and parking considerations, while ensuring decisions remain based on planning evidence and policy. The document will therefore help applicants understand what is expected while giving officers and members a stronger policy framework when considering proposals. It is important to note that neither SPD produces new planning policy. Instead, they provide detailed guidance on how existing local plan policy should be interpreted and applied. By doing so, they improve consistency, transparency and decision making. Once adopted, both documents will become material considerations in the determination of planning applications. The HMO SPD will become even more important should the Council opt to adopt Article 4 to remove permitted development rights for smaller HMOs. This will come forward at a future meeting in the autumn. Officers have taken extensive consultation over a prolonged period. 2 separate consultation exercises were carried out with engagements taking place throughout the Council's Your Say platform. Publications, stakeholder notifications, Civic Centre and Central Hub. Consultation responses have been carefully reviewed and where appropriate, amendments have been incorporated into the final versions before members today. Members should also be reassured that there are no identified financial implications arising from adoption of the SPDs. Officers have considered equality impacts throughout the process and concluded that the documents are not expected to have any negative impacts on protected groups. Indeed, by supporting better quality development and stronger planning outcomes, they have the potential to contribute positively to the well-being of all residents. In conclusion, these documents represent sensible, practical and proportionate guidance that will strengthen our planning framework. The planning obligations SPD will help ensure development contributes fairly towards infrastructure and community needs, while the HMO SPD will provide much needed guidance to support balanced and sustainable neighbourhoods. Together they will help deliver better planning outcomes for Hartlepool and provide greater clarity for everyone involved in the planning process. I therefore commend the report to Council and ask members to approve the adoption of both the planning obligations SPD and the houses in multiple occupation SPD. Thank you.
Can I have a seconder for that one?
Oh, I've got a couple of questions first. We'll take questions first.
Yeah.
Again, thank you, Councillor Napper, and thank you again for recognition of the work that our administration did. And this is very welcome and greatly anticipated by a lot of residents, as you know. There's just a couple of questions, and it's really, I think, one of my biggest concerns is there, unless I've missed something on the report, there seems to be no provision for outside space for HMOs, particularly large HMOs. And I'm wondering if we could make an amendment to include that. I think when you've got large HMOs of 7+, 6+, I think consideration needs to be made for outdoor space for the community. And I don't see anything in the report, unless I've missed that, that refers to that. It can't be, I know that it's something that you could be descriptive about, but I think it's something, so if we said something around HMOs accommodation, 7 or more residents should provide adequate private outdoor amenity space proportionate to the scale of occupation. The council will consider the quality of the space when determining applications. So at least there's some consideration there in planning applications.
Yeah, if I can just come in, Madam Mayor. We'll have to raise that with the planning and policy team. It's not something that I can answer on just off the... But I'm happy to take that back to planners, and if members are agreeable to it being included, if it can, it's legally possible. Is that okay?
Let's discuss it first.
Yeah.
Is it, yes, Councillor Roy?
Thank you, Chair. Just wanted to ask again, 317 says something about spot people and the importance of having open spaces and the importance of evidences, which is not what kind of evidences are they being not any on that?
I'm sorry, I can't answer that either. I'd have to take it to the planners.
Yes, Councillor Oliver.
If I may, I can't answer that direct, but we do know that outside space in terms of public health and well-being is pretty critical, and that again ties up with Sports England's comments. So I do feel strongly about this, that wherever you live, there should be some outside amenity. And it may be some applications that some HMOs are very near a park or, sort of an amenity, and that might be fine. I might consider that to be adequate, but I do feel it's an omission in this piece of work, and I'd be happy for Hayley to take that back to planners. I would second it on that premise.
Right, we're going to go to record vote. Right.
So, Councillor Anderson,
Abstain.
Councillor Bailey-Fleet, for Councillor Beasley,
For.
Councillor Bruce,
For.
Councillor Clayton,
For.
Councillor Cook,
For.
Councillor Cowie, Councillor Darby,
For.
Councillor Doyle,
For.
Councillor Dunbar,
For.
Councillor Feeney,
For.
Councillor Beatty,
For.
Councillor Gaines,
For.
Councillor Hall,
For.
Councillor Brenda Harrison,
For.
Councillor Graham Harrison,
For.
Councillor Holbrook,
For.
Councillor Hughes,
For.
Councillor Georgeson,
For.
Councillor Lindridge,
For.
Councillor Little,
For.
Councillor Mail,
For.
Councillor Napper,
For.
Councillor Nelson,
For.
Councillor Oliver,
For.
Councillor Reid,
For.
Councillor Roy,
For.
Councillor Story,
Abstain.
Councillor Stevenson,
For.
Councillor Scarborough,
For.
Councillor Thompson,
For.
Councillor Wallace,
For.
Councillor Young.
For.
And that vote's carried.
Right, we go to 11, to consider reports of policy committees. There isn't any. We'll go to the motions for out of area housing first. Councillor Young.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Under Rule 11.4, the standing orders, I think they should be referred to committee without discussion. Thank you. Can I get a second?
Second.
Yeah, we'll take it to constitution.
Housing Committee. So that report will be referred to Housing, Health and Communities without discussion under Rule 11.4.
Yes, Councillor Young. And motion two.
In the same way, please, Madam Mayor, we'd like to use 11.4 as the rule in the standing orders to refer this to neighbourhood services and neighbourhood and regulatory services rather than committee. Can I hear a second?
Yes, Councillor Thompson.
I appreciate the
No discussion?
I appreciate the reason behind your statement there, but I would refer back to the issue of transparency, and that is what we discussed in this chamber. We do not sit in a little
Councillor Thompson.
committee elsewhere. We discuss
The motion's been put forward, it's been seconded. And referred.
It doesn't need to be voted on because it's referred without discussion under 11.4. It's a decision for the chair.
We're not having any discussion on transparency issues.
Can we go to vote, please?
We don't need to.
It's on about the vote.
Right, Chief Exec report.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Can I take members to the report?
Excuse me, councillors. I can't hear. I'm sat right next to the Chief Exec and I can't hear. There's too much noise in the background. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I can take members to the report originally circulated in the original packet item 1 related to the Teesside Pension Fund. Members will recall there was a discussion at the annual meeting relating to the possibility or the legality of members being members of the local government pension scheme and sit on the Teesside Pension Fund. We received clarification that it is permissible and legal for members of the LGPS to sit on the Teesside Pension Fund. There is some supporting information as to the reason why that's possible. Members will be required to make declarations at the start of every meeting of the committee. As a result of that, members are now asked to appoint to the available positions on both the Teesside Pension Fund and the Teesside Pension Board. We have 2 nominations for each of those places. So unless there is any change to those nominations, we'll proceed to a vote.
Okay, so this is for nominations to the Teesside Pension Fund. The nominations received are Councillor Scarborough and Councillor Anderson. If each member can give me the name of the councillor that they want to appoint. Councillor Anderson. Councillor Bailey-Fleet.
Scarborough.
Councillor Buglass.
Anderson.
Councillor Bruce.
Anderson.
Councillor Clayton.
Scarborough.
Councillor Cook.
Scarborough.
Councillor Carey.
Anderson.
Councillor Darby.
Anderson.
Councillor Doyle.
Anderson.
Councillor Dunbar.
Scarborough.
Councillor Feeney.
Scarborough.
Councillor Gatey.
Anderson.
Councillor Gaines.
Anderson.
Councillor Hall.
Scarborough.
Councillor Brenda Harrison.
Scarborough.
Councillor Graham Harrison.
Anderson.
Councillor Holbrook.
Scarborough.
Councillor Hughes.
Anderson.
Councillor Georgeson.
Scarborough.
Councillor Lindridge.
Anderson.
Councillor Little.
Abstain.
Councillor Nail.
Scarborough.
Councillor Napper.
Anderson.
Councillor Nelson.
Scarborough.
Councillor Oliver. Councillor Green.
Anderson.
Councillor Roy.
Anderson.
Councillor Story.
Anderson.
Councillor Stevenson.
Anderson.
Councillor Scarborough.
Scarborough.
Councillor Thompson.
Scarborough.
Councillor Wallace.
Scarborough.
And Councillor Young.
Anderson.
The voting is 15 for Councillor Scarborough, 17 for Councillor Anderson, and 1 abstention. Councillor Anderson is appointed. The next position is that on Teesside Pension Board. The nominations are Councillor Clayton and Councillor Bruce. If we can go the same again, to give me the name of the person you want to appoint or abstention. Councillor Anderson.
Bruce.
Councillor Bailey Flint. Councillor Buglass.
Bruce.
Councillor Bruce.
Bruce.
Councillor Clayton.
Clayton.
Councillor Cook. Councillor Cowie.
Bruce.
Councillor Darby.
Bruce.
Councillor Doyle.
Bruce.
Councillor Dunbar.
Clayton.
Councillor Feeney.
Clayton.
Councillor Gatey.
Bruce.
Councillor Gaines.
Bruce.
Councillor Hall.
Clayton.
Councillor Brent Harrison.
Clayton.
Councillor Graham Harrison.
Bruce.
Councillor Holbrook.
Clayton.
Councillor Hughes.
Bruce.
Councillor George Smith.
Clayton.
Councillor Lindridge.
Bruce.
Councillor Little. Bruce. Councillor Mayo.
Clayton.
Councillor Napper.
Bruce.
Councillor Nelson.
Clayton.
Councillor Oliver. Councillor Reid.
Bruce.
Councillor Roy.
Bruce.
Councillor Story.
Bruce.
Councillor Stevenson. Councillor Scarborough.
Clayton.
Councillor Thompson. Councillor Wallace. Councillor Young.
Bruce.
Councillor Clayton received 15 votes. Councillor Bruce received 18 votes. Councillor Bruce is appointed.
Thank you. The second item in the report relates to a change in governance arrangements, and members are advised and aware that following the coming into force of the English Devolution and Community Empowerment Act 2026, Council is required to adopt a leader and cabinet model of governance in place of the current committee arrangements. Officers are progressing preparatory work, and there is a report going to the Constitutional Committee on the 2nd of July, which will enable members to take more of a view and to take a position on how the Constitutional Committee will support that process. Unless there's any comments, I'll move on to the next item, which relates to committee chairs and membership. So this is for note, just some changes to membership of committees made under delegated powers by the Director of Legal Governance and HR. So Councillor Gaines replacing Councillor Doyle on the Adult and Public Health Services Committee, Councillor Stevenson appointed as Vice Chair. On the Constitution Committee, Councillor Gaines replacing Councillor Doyle. On the Licensing Committee, Councillor Napper replacing Councillor Doyle. In terms of outside body appointments, members are asked to note the following changes, again they're delegated powers. The Local Joint Consultative Committee. So, Councillor
Cowie.
Cowie.
Councillor replacing Councillor Doyle, thank you. And on Teesside International Airport Consultative Committee, Councillor Gaiety replacing Councillor Doyle. In terms of the second business report, it's circulated today. First item on committee appointments, again members asked to note the membership change made on the delegated powers to the Planning Committee by Councillor Cowell replaces Councillor Story. Outside body appointments, cover that. Beg your pardon, members. At 2.2, relating to the investment committee of the Tees Valley Combined Authority, so annual council on the 21st of May, councillors Young, Harrison, G and Scarborough were appointed to the Combined Authority Investment Committee. Since then, we received confirmation from the Combined Authority that only 2 members of council are required to sit on that committee. So council is asked to reaffirm which 2 of the above named councillors it wishes to appoint to the committee.
So there are 3 nominations for the 2 positions. So the Constitution requires that where there's more than 2 nominated, that we vote, and if there's a majority in favour of the first person, they're appointed, and then we do a second vote. So we'll see where we get to, and that what we might have to do is 3 votes. So if we give me the name of the person, so out of Scarborough, Young, Bruce, or an abstention. Sorry, Harrison, I haven't corrected my voting sheet. So
G. Harrison.
G. Harrison, yeah. So, Councillor Anderson.
Harrison.
Councillor Bailey Flint.
Bear with me, please.
You're voting for either Councillor Martin Scarborough, Councillor Mike Young, or Councillor Graham Harrison.
Right,
First
okay,
position.
so Bruce is replaced by Harrison. Right.
Yes.
Scarborough.
Councillor Buglass.
Harrison.
Councillor Bruce.
Harrison.
Councillor Clayton.
Scarborough.
Councillor Cook.
Scarborough.
Councillor Carey.
Harrison.
Councillor Darby.
Harrison.
Councillor Doyle.
Harrison.
Councillor Dunbar. Sorry, was that Scarborough?
Scarborough.
Yeah. Councillor Feeney.
Scarborough.
Councillor Gaiety.
Harrison.
Councillor Gaines.
Harrison.
Councillor Hall.
Scarborough.
Councillor Brenda Harrison.
Scarborough.
Councillor Graham Harrison.
Harrison.
Councillor Holbrook.
Scarborough.
Councillor Hughes.
Harrison.
Councillor Georgeson.
Scarborough.
Councillor Lindridge.
Harrison.
Councillor Little.
Abstain.
Councillor Mayo.
Scarborough.
Councillor Napper.
Harrison.
Councillor Nelson.
Scarborough.
Councillor Oliver.
Scarborough.
Councillor Reid.
Harrison.
Councillor Roy.
Harrison.
Councillor Story.
Harrison.
Councillor Stevenson.
Harrison.
Councillor Scarborough.
Scarborough.
Councillor Thompson.
Scarborough.
Councillor Wallace.
Scarborough.
Councillor Young.
Harrison.
So, Councillor Harrison did receive the majority of the votes with 17 to 15 with 1 abstention. So Councillor Harrison takes the first place on that investment committee. So now we go to vote for the second position, which will be between Young and Scarborough. So if you give me the name either Young, Scarborough, or an abstention. Councillor Anderson.
Young.
Councillor Bailey.
Scarborough.
Councillor Buglass.
Young.
Councillor Bruce.
Young.
Councillor Clayton.
Scarborough.
Councillor Cook.
Scarborough.
Councillor Carey.
Young.
Councillor Darby.
Young.
Councillor Doyle.
Young.
Councillor Dunbar.
Scarborough.
Councillor Feeney.
Scarborough.
Councillor Gaiety.
Young.
Councillor Gaines.
Young.
Councillor Hall.
Scarborough.
Councillor Brenda Harrison.
Scarborough.
Councillor Graham Harrison.
Young.
Councillor Holbrook.
Scarborough.
Councillor Hughes.
Young.
Councillor Georgeson.
Scarborough.
Councillor Lindridge.
Young.
Councillor Little. Councillor Mail,
Scarborough.
Councillor Napper,
Young.
Councillor Nelson,
Scarborough.
Councillor Oliver,
Scarborough.
Councillor Reid,
Young.
Councillor Roy,
Young.
Councillor Story,
Young.
Councillor Stevenson,
Young.
Councillor Scarborough,
Scarborough.
Councillor Thompson,
Scarborough.
Councillor Wallace,
Scarborough.
Councillor Young.
Young.
Councillor Young received 18 votes, Councillor Scarborough received 15, so Councillor Young is appointed to the investment committee.
And finally, at 2.2, again related to the combined authority, the review of scrutiny committee. At the annual council meeting on the 21st of May, Councillor Little was appointed as Councillor Story's substitute on that committee. However, it's been confirmed that due to political balance requirements, Councillor Little cannot be appointed as Councillor Story's substitute. Council is therefore asked to appoint a member of the Reform Group to act as Councillor Story's substitute on that committee. I think we received a nomination for Councillor Gaiety to serve as Councillor Story's substitute on that committee.
Right. Item 14, to receive any questions and provide answers to none. And item 15, to answer questions of members from Council under Rule 10. Councillor Cook.
Thank you, Chair. Quick question. I received an email today regarding the cancellation of next council unity meeting, which I am quite surprised about, given that it's such a large area of businesses that there's no business on any of those, like economic growth, housing, reports on the private space. So my question is, I'd like an explanation why and who reconsidered, given that today we've been given 2 agenda items just by the motions being moved to those committees. So I would like to consider that that's the cancellation of that meeting.
Councillor Darby.
Yes, under instruction of Chair, with changing of the guard, etc., we'd like to consider it, but it's still as a good chance of being cancelled.
And just given the importance of these motions, that we do hold meeting and vote in that committee on those ballots.
As I say,
Councillor Darby.
I say, Councillor Cook, will be considered. Okay.
Councillor Scarborough.
Just going on what Councillor Darby said there, my understanding, Councillor, was that the reason it had been cancelled is because there's apparently no business. We now know there is business. Is that correct or not?
Sorry, just to jump in, sorry, Madam Mayor, this item on the agenda is questions to the chairs about recent decisions of the committee. So it's anything to do with minutes of those meetings that have been held since the last council meeting.
Yes, Councillor Clayton.
Surely there's a decision to cancel the meeting.
That wasn't a decision of the committee, though it's up to the chair. And that was It's not in the minutes of a meeting that's been held since the last council.
Right. This evening we have we've done ABCD. Questions to check. Right, we've done that one. None under B, none under C. Can we confirm we've received minutes from the Cleveland Fire Authority on the 27th of March and the 1st of May 2026? Right. The next meeting is on the 1st of October at 6:30 in the Civic Centre. But before we go, I would just like to thank Gemma Patak for all of her services to Hartlepool Council. It's not, I've never made it quiet, but I wanted to call the highlight the Gem Place, the Gem of Hartlepool, because I thought it would have highlighted all the hard work that she's done. And I'd just like to wish you every success in your new move to, we're always here, we want to come back home. So I'd just like to make note of thank you for all your hard work that you've served the council, bringing the tall ships here, and I wish you all the best and all the luck in the world. Councillor Young.
Well, I have to shed a tear, which is... it was a definitely resolution, there it goes. Well held, I think, is the answer. I'm going to turn around because I don't want to talk, I don't want you to talk on my back, but yes, Gemma, we have often disagreed on things and you've always been right, so there we go. I've said to you several times, and I'm going to say it again, we don't want you to go, we prefer you to stay. I am getting emotional, so you said that's all right, I'm holding together, But the work that you have done for this town, for the people of this town, and the legacy that you will leave by leaving the local authority is unbelievable. You should be extremely proud. You're crying, so I'm crying. But yes, you've been a pleasure to work with. And even when I've been wrong, at least I've said when I've been wrong. So yeah, enjoy your move, and hopefully you'll come back home today because we'd like you back. Okay, thanks.
Like to see you there. Gemma, I know I've been in the council for 2 years, but can I thank you for everything that you've done and helped me with. I know we've been on various committees together, and I know all the hard work you've done for the town. I like putting together a report here. It's absolutely brilliant, and things have happened before you sadly need to go off elsewhere. So just on behalf of the Labour Group, on behalf of all the residents, I thank you for everything you've done, and just wish you all the best in your job.
The first name, so
Thank you, Chair. Mr. Chair. Just to add my grateful thanks for the work and support you gave me personally when I was Leader of the Council, and the great work that you've done, as has been mentioned. But just on a personal note, I really appreciated your friendship, your support, and hopefully that will continue.
That concludes the meeting at 17 minutes past 7. Thank you very much.
Please stand.